Okay, here's a look at my collection of the Autobot blaster. So here's just a quick look at some of the blaster figures that I still have left in my collection. So as always, let's start off first here with the original G1. So here is a look at the original G1 blaster, very boxy figure. So yeah, let's do this. Let's first compare this with the animation model so we could see where they base the character design off of. And yeah, it's not cartoon accurate, especially with the head, but that's something that they seem to have done consistently was they changed the head to be different than the toy version. And then the back view, pretty plain and simple, so nothing special about that. But let's get a close-up look here at the head. And like I said, this is not cartoon accurate, so this is the toy version with the yellow eyes and kind of like a helmet-like head. But typical G1, you do get like the sticker decals and stuff. Not really a lot of die cast on this figure, so that's surprising. And here's this close-up of the signature gun, which is, I think, is kind of cool. And no articulation really, just your typical up and down. You do get a little bit of wrist rotation, but that's due to the transformation, and that's it. You can get maybe a flat foot tilt up, but that's it. And so since this figure is easy to transform, let's just go ahead and transform this. Let's rotate these hands and then push this all up, and then turn the shoulders in, bring down the radio handles, fold up the feet, bring down these legs, rotate them 90 degrees, fold this all up, turn the head around, fold it down, and let's close that up. So here is a look at the G1. And this actually looks cool. Typical G1, the alt mode is usually what looks the best. So let's compare this with the animation model. And you could see, yeah, close enough. And the back view, which is just plain and simple. But this is actually cool. And it does have the gimmick feature where the cassette holder does hold. I didn't bring out the steel jaw cassette that this comes with, but this is cool. So that's a look at the G1. And then after G1, there was the Chug line. So here's just some of the Chug figures. And the Takata made this novelty blaster, which it was under the music label toy line. And so it did have like a real working USB extension, so you get like 4 USB ports. And this one was based off the toy design, so you could see the head with the yellow eyes. And this one I did have to get the repro label stickers to make it look a little bit better, because this did transform into a laptop, which was kind of cool. So you could see the little keyboard and stuff like that. This is actually a pretty good, pretty nice novelty product, like I said. And he does scale very nice with the Chug line figures, so like the Henkei, Optimus Prime, really nice. Not cartoon accurate, which is what it was at that time. They were just made to resemble the characters, so they have their own detail and paint and stuff that's a little bit different. But that's the official Chug, that's what I would call this. And then a third-party company made their version, This one's by Unique Toys. So this was kind of cool at that time, because again, this looks like the character, but the designers took the liberty to implement their own little changes here and there with the extra sculpted details and the added paint. So you could look at that chest design. I mean, it does look cool. Not cartoon accurate, but it is nice with the different shape here, with the angled stripe lines, the detail there. I can hear like Bobby Skullface saying, you know, this is the kind of stuff that he likes, all the extra sculpted detail and the paint, which is very subjective based on your preference, but I have to agree that when they do that, even though it's not cartoon accurate, it does make the figure look nice. And this one, by the way, transforms into a radio also. And he does come with some weird accessories. You get like this body armor stuff, which I have no idea what that's for. And he does come with this weird, I forgot what you call those speaker things, blaster things. Kind of funny. And then in here, they don't give you any cassettes, but they did give you this unpainted black cassette, which is nicely sculpted. And this, let me see if I could transform it, does transform into his weapon. So that's kind of cool, I guess. I mean, this is back then when, you know, they were designing their own stuff, but it was cool. But this is the Chug version by Unique Toys. And then after that, there was this is not really G1, but this is the War for Cybertron blaster that was from the War for Cybertron video game, which people might want to have this because they are remaking the War for Cybertron video game characters. But this was cool, and this, by the way, is the Takata version, so it does have all this nicely silver painted and transparent blue, totally different. So you just have to appreciate the different design aesthetics here. And this one transforms into a Cybertronian vehicle, and he does have different cassettes. They were like the discs that came out, kind of like the automorph transforming thing. So yeah, this is cool. Just have to appreciate this figure for what it is. And then after that, there was the Legends, which that's a figure I gave away, but that was a really nice figure. The head is based on the original toy design, but it did transform into, you know, the radio, portable radio, and not cartoon accurate, but yeah, it was cool. And it did transform into like a whole base thing, so that was the gimmick. So that was a figure that was really designed for the kids and stuff, but it was cool nonetheless. And then after that, the mainline retail, they did finally give us a blaster that looks a little bit more like the cartoon. This is the legacy version, but you know, they did things that's not cartoon accurate, such as the shoulders with the black thing in there, the feet being black instead of gray. And you can argue that that's because this is a legacy, this is not studio series. So I'm actually hoping that they will make a studio series version of Blaster, so that he does look more like the cartoon movie version. And unfortunately, you only get one cassette. And some more weird things they do. Why is he a transparent blue? Why is Eject this transparent blue? So again, they're obviously up to something by doing that. But anyways, it's cool nonetheless. Nice blaster. cartoon accurate. So this is cool, and it does transform into the a radio, so that's cool. And then the masterpiece. So here's the 3 masterpiece versions of Blaster that I have. First, there was the KFC version, which is designed based on the old masterpiece style, where it was made to resemble the character, but designers took the liberty to implement their own designs by adding some extra sculpted detail and paint here. You could see they painted that yellow little triangle. The chest is not cartoon accurate. It doesn't have that circle with the stripes going across. But yeah, this was cool, and I did have to paint this silver and along with the feet silver because I wanted it to be a little bit more cartoon accurate. But yeah, during its time, this was cool, especially with the metallic red paint. But now they have all these different versions of this character. So yeah, that's a look at the previous masterpiece version. And of course, it doesn't hold up very well because they didn't design it very well. They have these pins, so you could see how loose this is, so it doesn't really stand too well. He does, oh, I didn't show you, he does have this gimmick, which, yeah, I think you can hold 3 cassettes in here too. So they're trying to copy the masterpiece Soundwave version. So I guess that was cool. And it, gotta let you know, that did not work all that well. They gave you the feature, but they didn't really make it all that well. And just to show you, I mean, I think it came with Rewind, which is, I actually think that's a cool figure. Even though it was kind of sloppy when you transformed it, but at least you got some of the decals of the cassette. And then you do get options with the head. You do get 2 handguns. So I'm just showing you the stuff it came with. You do get these metallic gold-plated blasters, and this makes no sense, but they gave you 2 handguns. More doesn't necessarily mean better, but I think that's what they're trying to do. And then the toy version head. See, focus with the yellow eyes. And then separate, you could buy the cassettes. So now you can have all of 4 of Blaster's minions. And they are remaking the Ramhorn and Steeljaw, which I have on pre-order. So it will be more cartoon accurate instead of this gold horn. So again, this is how they're, you know, changing the design, but now they're trying to go back to where now they're focusing on the Hypertune aesthetic, so they're remaking that. And then the inconsistency of the color of the cassettes. But anyways, moving on, then there was the Deformation Space Blaster, which this was really, really cool. So yeah, let me take a close-up look here. So this is cool. This one is cool because it looks a little bit more like the cartoon. But there are little nitpicky things that I don't like about it, such as the legs and the biceps and the hand are black when it should be like a darker gray, like what FansToys did. And the biggest thing that bugged me was the head. That's not a bad looking head, but this dome-shaped head by FansToys is more cartoon accurate. So yeah, I mean, that's just my preference. But when you look at it, it does look nice. And this was, I don't remember how much this was, but it obviously cost less than FansToys. And obviously that's because you don't get the extra paint and die cast And just to show you, here's the accessories that it comes with. You do get only one minion, so you're not gonna get the other 3 minions. And they gave you one alternative faceplate. Nice handgun. Compared to FansToys, this is why FansToys cost more, because this is what you get. You get more alternative faces, the alternative toy head. You get a really nice rewind figure, some chrome plated speakers, a nice booklet instruction manual, the collector cards, and you get all this nice paint and die cast. So yeah, I mean, that's just to justify why this figure costs more. And again, this is my preference, but yeah, this is really a nice figure. So I like doing this. You do get this nice ratchet here, nice ratchet here, nice ratchet here. I like doing that. And of course, both of them, they do have the chest piece that does open up. So yeah, I mean, I like hearing all that sound. It's really cool. Really well done figure. And just to show you, I didn't show you, but deformation space, you do get this that does open up as well. And you don't have anything to push this forward, but yeah, it's still nice nonetheless, especially for the price. So this is now my official masterpiece blaster by FansToys, and this one goes with my extra masterpiece Autobot collection. And this one I may still, you know, give away. I don't know, have to think about that. But that's a look at the masterpiece figures. Now let's come all the way down here to the Legends figures. So first there was a blaster by Mr. Moon, and I want to point out that's what I consider the Legends, because you could see it's small and it does look a little bit like the character, but you know, obviously it's not you know, very cartoon accurate. The transformation is not very sophisticated like it is here on the Magic Square. And so that's why I call these mini masterpiece, because when you look at this, I mean, look at this, is very cartoon accurate, and the transformation is really nice. So if you just scale this up to masterpiece scale, I mean, I think it would equate to a masterpiece figure. So that's why I call these mini masterpiece. Unfortunately, collecting the Magic Square, he's actually too small, and I know that's something everyone knows. And so they're hoping that they will remake him to be bigger. But that's why I got the FansToys version, which is a KO of this. But now he's too big, so we need a blaster that goes up to about his chest height right there. And then we'd have the right scale for the mini masterpiece Legends collection. And what's cool is you do get the cassette, but I want to point out, not cartoon accurate, because see his armor there, it's silver when it should be gold. So Magic Square, I really hope that you will consider remaking this figure so it's a little bit bigger with his missing minions. And then, speaking of the Legends, there is the Iron Factory version. See, that one does not look like the G1 cartoon, and it has its own style, so that's why that's a Legends, and that's a mini masterpiece. But anyways, I don't want to go rambling on and on. That's just a look at my collection of the Autobot blaster.
Mission accomplished, Prime. Good work, Blaster. You've just gone platinum.